Savage. Got the 16 by 20. This is the Bob Ross classic called Golden Knoll. And what I did was I went ahead and threw my own Cajun flair into it by taking away like footy hills and putting cypress trees and stuff. I'll show you how I done it with an extra twist using mainly these chip brushes. Hope y'all enjoy. Like, comment, share. Let's get into it. Let's get it started. So we're gonna start off. Let's use a large brush. Going into the sienna. We're just gonna get it started. Just like it. Start in the corner. Work it down. Just doing these little crisscross strokes. We already have liquid white on the canvas, so it's going to go lighter and lighter as we work down on that thing. So the objective I'm trying to do, I got one of the Bob Ross books, and I like the composition on a lot of them, but like me myself, a lot of the pictures are like, you know, the evergreen trees and stuff like that. Well, I want to be able to do them, but like a South Louisiana style to it, you know. So that's where we at whenever I'm doing these type of paintings. Kind of use the ideas of the composition and colors and stuff like that, but kind of make it more, like I said, more so for my South Louisiana roots. A little bit darker in them corners. Now that I got that, kind of want my sun about right here-ish, so into a little bit yellow. Don't want too much. Kind of put a little glue over there. Kind of blend that a little bit. Let's add a little sun in there. Just gonna use my finger. You're gonna be right here. Just like that. Ow. Ooh. I know y'all hear that boy's knees popping. Oh, just like that. And also something else I'm doing that I didn't really talk about. Instead of using like Bob Ross brushes or, you know, the fancier brushes and stuff like that, trying to strictly go just with like little chip brushes. And what I mean by that is like literally those little cheap nothing brushes that you get from like your hardware stores and stuff like that. I literally bought a 20-pack for like $6-7. So but yeah, so whenever, like, if you're familiar with Bob Ross paintings, anytime he uses like fan brushes, I'm gonna try to use little bitty 1/2 inchers and stuff like that. So let's get it popping. So now we need to add some clouds in the sky. Like I say, when Bob did this painting, he had used a fan brush for this. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn this ad off first on my computer. Now, so I'm gonna just take this little 1/2 inch brusher See how I kind of made a chisel edge on it? Do that. Just going through the paint. Wiggle it one way, wiggle the other. Make that blade like that. Okay. The colors, by the way, I got Van Dyke Brown, Burnt Umber, Sienna, Midnight Black, Indian Yellow, Yellow Ochre, and Cad Yellow, and Titanium White. So, very easy painting. Not a whole lot of colors involved into it. But anyway, whenever he did the clouds, like I said, take a fan brush and you just draw circles like that. So I'm gonna do the same exact thing, but I'm just use this chisel little brush like that. Well, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. So, here's right here. I'm just gonna draw. Draw a little circle. Draw circles. I will end up blending all that out with a bigger brush later. Something that's a little more so. One right there, and then put a third one. Hey Mama Rose, what's going on? So yeah, I'm just taking the brush and kind of just tapping it down like that. Just kind of making these little fluffs here and there. Don't want to get nothing too crazy going. So I put it on the little one. Just kind of scrape off to the side like that. Let's see, that's 4. I need a 5th. Yeah, let's put you in. Let's put a little string over here. Just take a little heifer. I'm just gonna blend it up, blend the bottoms. Just tickle in the bottom. Like I said, if y'all new here, like I say, I'm out of South Louisiana, so a lot of my paintings and stuff that I do, I can't do the traditional. I mean, I can, not say I can't, but like. I like doing markets and stuff like that, and the more traditional Bob Ross style paintings don't do as well, obviously, because like I say, we're in South Louisiana. People don't really want the mountains and, you know, stuff like that. So what I do, I either come up with my own, or I will fluff this up. Or I kind of take the Bob Ross paintings and kind of throw my own little styling on it. Big brush go across the whole thing, settle it down. Because like I say, especially in the videos, he always said that he didn't want to copy. He wanted to show a technique and then kind of take it where he wanted with it. So, like I say, so like this is like the first major difference in the painting. Whenever he did it, he did footy hills. He did like 4 different layers of footy hills. But again, South Louisiana, we ain't got that. So what we're gonna do, kind of make it a little different. Start about right here. We already got some brown on it. I'm gonna put some cypress, make like some cypress patches, right? Because where I live at, whenever you go on the boat and stuff like that, you have what you call islands, right? So essentially, where our big land is gonna be. That's going to be a main island. You're going to have an island off over here, and then you have another one over here. So, try to do the same kind of thing, but just a little different, you know. Cypress trees kind of have those rounded tops. Looks like umbrella patches whenever you see them all together. So, we're just going to just kind of tap them like that. Just makes a bunch of different little background indication trees way back here. That's what we just kind of take a corner of that brush and just barely tapping against that thing. And we're going to kind of bring that down a little bit. Kind less and less and less as we go back here. That's actually I wanted to kind of. A lot of waters always have like these bends, so this is basically gonna be like a letter S in here. It's gonna come this way, and then I'm gonna swerve it back over here. We're gonna have landmass over here. He had did it, the whole entire thing had landmass, but I'm gonna cut it off about right here, and then whenever it bends over this way, you're gonna have land on this little section right here, right? So with that, like I said, I like to take the little bottoms here, pull them straight down. Gotta kind of get that first little bend, go across like that, and there you go. Got you in that.
Everything changes. Try rice mushroom coffee with 6 minutes.
I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing if I'm gonna throw this on the tube. But anyway, so yeah, so you already got one little island way back in the distance like that. So like I said, I want this S bend. So we go a little darker. There's a little more paint to the mix. Same exact thing. A little bit higher. Same thing here. Kind of just throwing all these little different tree shapes and stuff. Just here and there. Like I said, more indications than anything else. Like I said, me myself, I don't necessarily believe that when you first start, the equipment might make a little bit of a difference. But I think once you get kind of to a point where you're comfortable, you pretty much can do this with damn near everything. And like I say, especially the way today's world is with money and stuff, I don't like trying to be like, oh yeah, you need this style of paintbrush, or you need this style of paint, or this, that, or the other. You really don't. Let's see how this. So I'm kind of duping all over the place like that. I say that I want that bend. I want the bend like that. We're going to do that same thing. We're going to put a little bit of a reflection on the bottom. Just going into that paint and just pull it straight down. Then we'll scrape across. Or soft light. Got a hair on there. Actually, you know what? Put a little section, put another little bit. Like I said, I want to try to stay as true as I can to the original painting as much, but still, like I said, I want to put that Louisiana flair to it. So we're still going to have a little spacing right here, but we're going to put another little layer right on top of it like this. Something like that. Working myself in the corner right there doing that. Should have did that first, that way I could have had a little misty on the bottom down here. That's alright. I'll make that fog first. See, I should have done that the first time, but I ain't too smart. Put that fog like that. Then I could have went back. Put some tips on these things. Just so we get some more depth in there. Perfect. There we go. What other looks good on y'all then. And then, let's see. Like I said, to kind of make that better separator right there, I'll add a little white to the brush. I'm putting white on the end of this little bad boy here. We're just gonna throw that down. We're gonna do that same thing we just did. Just so you can see a little difference in color like that. Go across it. Easy money. Run that bad boy out like that. Get your little knifing thing. Put these up. I'm gonna add a little water line. Just gonna take that little dark, not even dark, just kind of scrape it down, scrape across. I know everybody's seen that about 1,000 times if you watch painters. And then we're just gonna saw across right here and there. So they always talk about like act like you're sawing. What they don't talk about, it's like you are going flat across it, but you're kind of taking like the top half of the knife and you're really pressing into it this way. That way you can go. So it's not just necessarily going side to side. You kind of take the tip of it, and that's what's really scraping across. And you're kind of picking the back end of it up. That way you can kind of move that paint around a little bit better if you need to. But yeah, so got that. You got 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layer. Good enough. Now, wait till this goes again. There we go. Geez up. So, now, let's see. What I want to do. Take that 2-inch brush, go into that dark. Now we're going to go into the dark brown. That Van Dyke brown. Just kind of push into it. And this is where we talk about that bend, right? So, I know I want this to be about where I want to stop it right now. Go this way. Let's see. Yeah, like that. That work. Now we just add dark color. This is gonna take a minute. Probably the easiest part of painting. Cool. Let's see, now what we want to do. Alright, let's take a small brush with that little bit of color that we had earlier. I'll keep reloading on it. Because eventually we're going to have a cabin right about here. Have a cabin right about here. And then, like I said, there's some tree things and some bushy things. There'll be another tree right here that kind of comes off. I'm thinking about adding a cypress in this thing too, but that'll come later. That'll come later. So let's just put some little. Start from the bottom, kind of just flick up. Kind of put some bushy type trees. Insidious trees, I guess they call it. Where it don't really know what you got. Make sure I ain't miss nobody. Let's see if we make that a little darker. There we go. A little more pressure. Just using the corner of the brush to push in on that thing. I say you just want to be able to have some dark color in there. I say it doesn't really matter what kind of tree it is. You just want to make sure that it looks like a tree, per se. Some grass things. And then another little bushy thing. There, that'll work. Okay. And then, let's see. So how's everybody doing today, man? I know I don't like talking to myself, so don't be shy. Got my script liner. Let's see if I can make this thing work for me today. Yeah, seems like a good day. Another one. Lordy be. I don't understand that. I got the music going downstairs too, and I can hear. And I'm getting a single ad, but up here I'm getting it like every other minute. But anyway, let's get back into this. I want to sharpen these things up on the tip. Kind of want to hold your thing at like a 45 whenever you're doing these. That way it like keeps it. I really am holding it too tight. I got it way down here. I should have it almost to the blue. Okay. So I want to put a couple of these little twiggy things, and we'll go ahead and add some darker paint. Definitely the weakest part of my game is these little naked trees. Anytime I put dead trees, they always a little bit weaker part of my paintings. I'm not scared to admit that. Let's put some here. And then let's do a darker one right in front of both of them. Uh-oh, there she go. About what I want right now. So it looks good enough to me. Another good thing, like I say, there's a lot of Bob Ross painting videos and stuff. He always had the naked trees. Good enough for Louisiana. We don't always have naked trees. So we're gonna take that same one with that dark paint. We'll go right into some yellow ochre. And we're gonna just add some highlights to it. I want this one in front of these. Go add a little thinner to that. I mean, liquid white. That way we can see that color a little bit better. Get some thin paint on that thick paint, you know what I mean? Alright, let's try it again. Don't want it super bright. Just a little bit. There we go. And then let's kind of put some things. Kind of cover up some of the ones we don't like. Yo, what's happening? So yeah, we just going into our yellows. Just kind of barely touching here and there. I said I want this to be real soft. Perfect. I like that. Let's go back into that dark color. Let's see. Cool deal. Let's see what I want to do. I think I want to add my yellows. That way I can start kind of laying down some grass. Just loading up my brush. Kind of make a pile and then kind of push into it. That way it kind of puts all the paint to the tip of your brush like that. Then you kind of start tapping on it. Alright, let's see. So I've heard people say like you do it like a typewriter whenever you do this part. Ooh, child, my kid is making music downstairs. So good. His single coming out never. That's that little white crap. Oh god. There we go. Add a little bit of white to it, that way it kind of just want to darken it up a little bit. There we go. That's the color I want. I'm kind of letting my brush kind of break a little bit more whenever we get to those points. That way it kind of looks like grassy things on accident like that. Alright, I'm gonna take a seat now. That way I know where the sun's going. Let's see. More of that yellow. Yellow ochre. Cad yellow. Touch of the sienna. There we go. I don't know that one. I said it's gonna look pretty bland at first, and then I said once you had the cabin and then you had the trees and everything in front, and then I had a big cypress tree just because. So yeah, we just tapping. And constantly removing. Oui. All right. Let's go. And then take some of that darker color. Just mixing all my darks together a little bit. I'm just gonna do that same thing with the fan brush thing. I'm just gonna kind of push up here and there, kind of add like some little grassy spots. Just here and there, doesn't really matter. Perfect. And I want a little more of that white. Take some of the white and kind of highlight it a little bit. This little area. Alright, let's add another little tree things. Let's put you right about, yeah, we do that right here. Put some of that. let's get it. Well, let's see what else we're gonna do. Let's do the cabin. Let's do a cabin. We'll do the little camp first. And then once we get the camp figured out. Something like that. Let's see. Yeah. I'll take that same light color kind of thing we had. Marble it up. Small knife. So, show y'all what I got there. So I made a little. Yeah. Don't do that. Got a little marble color down there. This way. Got a little marble color, sliced across it. So now, technically, all those marbles are in the paint already. So then, I'm just gonna kind of do across, making shingles. Nice. Same color, and let's fill in. Some here, some right there. Come ça, like that. I said this is the lighter side, obviously, so a little bit of white. Something like that. This side's darker, so we'll put dark. And then fix the perspective on it. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. And a couple windows. Just gonna scrape like that. Do the same thing on this side. Easy. Hold that black. Fill one. Fill two. Fill the third and the fourth. Something like that. Just take pure white. And I want to put a little cat yellow in there. There's a little bit of that so I can kind of, like I say, you want to kind of do your edges in light colors. Excuse me. Trying to pull across there like that. Whew. That scared me. Let's make this roof a little bit longer. And like how the houses kind of fell off right there. Scrape down so it looks like some boards. A little bit of white on this side. Cool. And then fix up the grass right there. Mix a little bit of liquid white in here. That way this color kind of sticks a little bit better. A little bit of midnight black in there too, because this side should be a little bit darker since. There we go, much better. Kind of add some dark areas. Anyway, we just piddling around now. Let's put okay, let's see. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Put a couple tree and things right here. Put some twiggy boys, and then we'll go ahead and put a big boy in front of them. Damn. That one came out better than the other two. Just using a barely little tip of that brush. Kind of throwing here and there. Not really worrying too much about it. More like that. Put more twigs and stuff. Do something like that on the side a little bit. Sticks and twigs, things like that. Okay. Then put some dark and black together. Alright, let's put a little big boy tree right here. So this is where the first difference comes in. Yeah, put like a regular old dead tree. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little cypress right here. I say first, but I think you appreciate that. Yeah, that's kind of the look I'm going for. Trying to do the model graphic, I guess. Add some more detail with my script liner whenever I get to that point. Foot on the bottom like that. Okay. Now let's get busy with these branches. This is where the money happens. If I can get this right, we're good. Ugly branch. Something like that. Get the tip going. As it is my least favorite part of doing these paintings. I cannot stand doing branches. I do not like doing them. Probably just because I'm weak at them, honestly, though. We are getting better, but now that's something I'm not gonna lie. The type of script liner brush you have will definitely make a difference. If you got a little sharp, funky looking thing, those don't work too well. I find the longer, skinny ones seem to work a lot better. I like Paint with Bram has his script liner brush. That thing seems to be money. I got it somewhere, but not here. Get that funky. There you go. Let's get another one off here. Just like that. Use a fatter foot though. There we go. Like I say, I detest doing branches. Not my favorite. I like this one right here. That's a little some bitch gonna catch you whenever you're not paying attention with your cousin or something like that. There we go. Whew. Excuse me. So keep that little umbrella type shape. Crash. Alright. That ain't too bad. Not too bad. now, the more funner part, we're gonna put some of those the scabby things. I said we know the light's coming from this side, so we're just gonna kind of barely touch that with the knife. Kind of pull up this one right here to catch it. Back into that dark again. Kind of put that little effect in there. So he should be in the dark. So. Okay. A couple little things on here. A few of these branches naked like that. Alright, then a couple of them, since our light's over here, put a little yellow on them. Cypress trees always kind of have like those little skirting looking things. Put a couple of them like that. Make that little mustache, I guess you call that. Alright. Now the fun part, we're gonna put some moss in here. We're gonna thin this down a little bit. Kind of a lighter, probably the same colors I use on the highlights. Just gonna kind of pull straight down on it like that. And my grandpa would tell me whenever we're at the camp, you run out of toilet paper. That's when you go outside. You go find you some moss. I couldn't tell you how many times me, my brother, and my cousin would be at the camp, and then we outside rough housing, whatever. And here comes our grandpa, just looking up at the trees. Looking up at the trees, just picking moss. Like, what are you doing, dude? Well, I gotta use the bathroom, me. Like, you nasty. Alright. little shadow underneath the little foots. Alright. No. Nah, I don't need that. We'll put some right here. Let's tie off. That little bulkhead used to be here. Tie your boat off. That mustard. Put some on the top. As in Bob's, he had like a trail coming all the way down to here. I don't want that though. I like the idea of having a little. That's where the deck was at. Very simple starts from up above, yeah. Alright. I think it needs another tree belt right here. I don't know if that'll take away from it though. I feel like this space is very big and they need something. Need something, but I don't know what yet. Probably should have made the house a little bit bigger, maybe. Not too sure. Ah, I know what to do. I know what to do. I know what to do. We're just gonna put some stuff right here. Put some bushings and stuff. So we'll just put let's use a bigger brush for that. Use all the rest of my dark color. That could be the make or break part of the paint. Then let's add some dark again. We'll barely highlight these. Yeah. We'll go with the yellow. Maybe put some cattails or something in here after. Uh-oh. This is being messy. That worked. There we go. And then a lady told me that one time at Louisiana without some cattails. Somebody might say it look like shit. I wouldn't disagree. I like that. I think I like that. Not too mad at it. So there you go. Add some cattails right there. I think we're good. Not too mad at that. See? The whole objective was to take an old Bob Ross painting and kind of make it more cool-assish. This was the picture that I was going off of. It's called Go to Knoll. So took that, went from that to that. Like I say, put a little Cajun flair on it, made it look real nice like. And yeah. I said I might chop this up and make a YouTube video out of it or something like that, but yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Hope everybody liked it, all that good stuff, you know. Thanks for the follows, like, shares, all the good stuff. I'm not exactly sure what happened or didn't happen during, I was kind of focused, but with all that being said, we'll catch y'all next time. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all. But yeah, I got some other friends of mine going live right now, so we're gonna hit them up. Sponsor me, baby. But yeah, so with that, till next time, Savage out.